doing vocals has been kind of starting over to that feeling of not wanting to share it until I feel like I've developed to a point where it's shareable. So that's been the process. It's been kind of starting over and trying to get to a point where I want to share stuff. And then all I really need is like to get this out and have people be like, I don't know why you're tripping. And then I can probably move on with my creative growth in a more open fashion. I'm probably more frustrated than anybody else with how long it took. The album that's gonna come out is probably like the fourth version of what this album could have been. A lot of indecision, I think. It's been times when I wanted to sing a lot on this record, times when I kind of gave up on that and wanted it to be all guest vocalists. And now I'm back to doing most of the vocals on the record. This album, like, I've been super secretive with playing anything to anybody. Even like stuff I've been playing today, I haven't played any stuff really with the vocal takes on it. I'm waiting till you leave to like mix them. Cause it's like, you know, it's weird. I think I was a producer first and foremost since I was in high school making beats. And when I was just making beats, I used to be the same way. Like I didn't really want to play stuff. And then eventually you build the courage to play it to a couple people. And then you get good feedback and you're like, oh, maybe it is good, you know, and then eventually it's all good about, you know, playing beats, that's nothing. But doing vocals has been kind of starting over to that feeling of not wanting to share it until I feel like I've developed to a point where it's shareable. Sometimes you have to kind of get close to defeat to like find what you're supposed to be doing. And it's usually what you're nervous about doing. It's like, you're afraid of it, and then hopefully this, you know, it pays off in the end if you're growing as an artist and hopefully still like pushing forward. Sometimes it also helps when you just have people that believe in you or put you in positions you weren't expecting. I know the album I just recorded with the R&R group with, you know, Robert Glasper, Terrace Martin, Christian Scott, Derek Hodge, Justin Tyson. We recorded a record in 4 days. So even though that was a group effort and everyone just kind of like got in a room and pressed record, I think the spirit of that record has given me a lot of clarity on how easy it can be if you just like kind of let go. And instead of like trying to get the perfect take all the time and being super hyper focused on details, you know, just letting moments kind of breathe and like be imperfect a little bit. And after a certain time, once you've heard a song over and over, you don't really hear the mistakes. Well, either you focus on the mistakes a lot or it just becomes a part of the song and you wouldn't want to change it. I'm excited about getting this record out and kind of trying to expand my the way I approach music in the future.
How is this different from your last album?
I felt way more like stuck in the lab by myself, like stressing over stuff and feeling really alone on the process of this record. So it's gonna be interesting. Like, there's even been times during the course of this record where like I wasn't socializing that much at all, even in my personal life, to the point where I was starting to feel like awkward being out in groups of people, because I'm just like, sometimes when you're working on a project, you kind of get sick of telling people it's coming and then like saying them again, and then you're like saying the same thing over and over. So I'm one of those people where it's like, man, I don't even want to go out, and so like this is done, and then you take too long and it's not done, and then it's like that kind of stuff gets weird mentally as an artist. But I've been through that phase in different ways before, and the payoff of just like feeling like you can come out into the sunshine and like be a normal human being again is like one of the best feelings I've experienced in my life. So I'm looking forward to that.